Guys, my name's Athena. And this is my dad, David.
What's up?
And today is 1 year of his motorcycle accident. And today he will be telling his story. Okay, so Dad, was the day like any other day or was it different?
It was a little hectic in the morning. We're rushing to get out of the house. My daughters had to go do some rehearsal, and I had to get to work. I was doing decisions of putting a peanut helmet or a three-quarter helmet. So I don't know, something just told me to put a three-quarter helmet and put my leathers and everything that I usually put on completely, and gloves, and I started off that way.
So you're saying that you were fully dressed proper with a protective helmet and not just the stylish helmets out there. Okay. Can you tell me what happened?
Well, got on the highway. I'm doing my normal prayers before I go to work. I was just, recovering from food poisoning 3 days before. And I was like, wow, I got a lot of work to do at work to catch up on those 3 days. Came up to the light, went through that, perfect. And I was coming to the second light. And all of a sudden, I just looked to the side and I see this car coming full blast. And the next thing that came out of it was "Help me, Jesus," and that was when I got stroke. And I just watched everything in slow motion. The bumper of the SUV just smashing my leg in, and just everything really slow. And the next thing is I'm flying sideways, and I go into the oncoming traffic the way he hit me. And I look up and I see cars coming. I say, "Oh Jesus, here it goes! I'm gonna get run over." And all of a sudden, this guy from nowhere came on a Harley. He parks his bike right in front of me. I was like, "Well, thank you." He says, "You're bleeding to death." I said, "No." I looked down and there was a big puddle of blood. He said, "I'm gonna put a tourniquet on you." And all of a sudden, a nurse appeared from nowhere. He says, "I'm a registered nurse," and she started putting gloves, and this guy just disappeared from the scene. And another lady appeared, and she says, "Can I help you in some way?" I said, "Yeah, call my wife, call my daughter, whoever, but please call my wife first. I don't want to make my daughter all, panicky." So she did, and they, I don't know, did she get in touch with my memory? Yeah, she got in touch and she did all the calls. Within seconds, the emergency ambulance was there, and they're taking care of me. And I mean, it was like, "Can you move your neck?" It's like, "But don't move it. Are you okay? Did you lose conscience?" And I said, "No, I'm fine. I'm just got a lot of pain in my leg. I can't feel it." All of a sudden, the guy that stroked me comes over and he says, I never saw you. I'm sorry." And I was like, "Okay."
Now, through all of this, you were well aware what was going on.
Everything, conscience, everything.
From seeing everything that hit you to everybody around you.
Everything. Even when I was going down to the ground, it was like somebody just grabbed me and just put me down slowly, like hands were there. And I came down, and I just, thank God, I just had bruises on the side of my arm, my back. Yeah.
Do you remember anything in the ambulance?
And the ambulance, they asked me what day it is, what's my name, we're going to straighten out your leg. And I said, no, and all of a sudden they did, and I started screaming. And I asked them, give me some pain medicine.
How painful was that when they had to do that?
Very painful.
Now, do you remember arriving at the hospital?
No, that very little. It was like so fast from the scene of the accident and to the hospital. It was like within minutes. I was like, it was so quick. And
do you remember what the doctor's saying about your leg?
Well, they came up to me and they asked me, "Can you move your toes?" And I said, "No, I lost it, the feeling at the seam." And he says, "We're gonna have to amputate." And I said, "Sure, go ahead. Yeah, that's fine." And I said, "Just call me Peg Leg." And everybody started laughing. And I saw some papers, and from there it was just commotion, just them taking me into rooms and stuff. I don't remember too much about that part and putting me through.
Now, after this happened, how did you feel?
I felt fine. I was like, I had a peace in my body that was like, I know God was going to be there for me going through this whole thing.
Was it hard to learn to walk and balance on one leg?
It was, but I don't know, something was driving me to do what I had to do.
And so, just so you guys know, he did have it amputated from right below the knee, so he is one leg. Okay. Did you ever feel like giving up?
I don't know. You could.
Did you ever feel like giving up? No. Personally.
It was such I had a happiness inside me. It was like, I had my life. It was just a part, small part of my leg. I mean, everything was. I was fine. I didn't break no hands, no other legs. Everything, could have been worse. Mm-hmm. And that was because of this 3/4 helmet. Oh, yeah. If I would have worn the peanut, I don't think I would be here talking like this.
At the scene, he lost 6 pints of blood. So he was at death's door. But God
yes.
saved him.
My guardian angels caught me there when I went down.
Yep. Did you ever wonder why that this happened?
No. It was maybe he's got to tell me this new, what's the word for it? New life for me. He's got a new purpose for me to talk to other people who are going through this type of accident. That there is a life after you go through something like this.
But you did ask. You did ask.
Yeah, I was wondering why, this would happen to me.
And for the question, did he ever feel like giving up? He doesn't remember it, but we do. Me and my mom and my sister. He would constantly question why he was here still, and why, and just wanting to give up and saying that you should leave me because I'm half a person now. And he doesn't remember all these sayings, but those are some of the things that he said that he doesn't remember. When you were finally able to get a prosthetic leg and walk, how did you feel?
Well, to get back, my insurance wouldn't pay for my leg. Somebody donated a leg. It was got set. The husband was double amputee. He had one leg cut off, but it was diabetes, so they had to remove the other leg. So they donated my leg, and I was excited. I mean, it was like, wow, thank you, Jesus, for supplying this leg. It brought my hopes up. And a gentleman by Jeremy, I don't know what's his last name.
I don't know his name, but he's Nevada Orthotics and Prosthetics.
Awesome guy,
yes.
Man of God. He's he put love into his family. I mean, this guy, he is a person that's.
He's a double amputee above the knee, and he has one arm.
And I mean, the whole staff, everybody just took me in, and they started helping me out with the procedure with the leg, and until this day, they're on top of everything. You know, if I have any kind of problem with it, they're there for me. You know, questions, blisters that we all go through, and problems and pains, and just things that your mind plays when the enemy attacks your mind. You know, tells you can't do it, and just God's there. You have to learn to trust God on that. Yeah, like God.
You first walked on Father's Day, yes, and your parents were in town, and they finally got to see you walk.
Yes.
How did that make you feel when you finally got to get on both legs again?
It was like such a feeling. You can't, you know, if you're missing a leg, you understand that you're beginning to be another. That's that person that you used to be. Not quite, but you're able to stand on 2 feet instead of just hopping around.
Now, is it different?
It's different. You're
that leg.
It's your body's trying. It's getting used to. It was used to being on the left leg, and now it's not using both. You get pains, shooting pains up the back, and your back area hurts. A lot of things in your body hurt that normally don't hurt, and it's painful.
Was it easy to learn to walk again with the bionic leg?
Yeah, if you put some effort into it, you start. It's like normal, but a little heavy on this side.
Okay. What are some struggles you have with learning to walk again?
Going down hills, going up hills, walking without a limp, because you're tending to stay on the left leg instead of on the right. You kind of stay off the right leg because some of the pain shoots up, and it's like you try to not to, but you got to continue practicing, and eventually you'll straighten up.
Did you ever think you would be this far?
No. I was in the beginning. I felt so worthless. I mean, it was like I couldn't work. I couldn't supply for my family. It's like being transparent. It's like going to the bathroom, taking a shower, all those things. It's like
it's not like you
it's
used
not
to be
a
able to
normal
do.
thing. It's like it's a little different than a normal person would go through in a day. It's like going to get a cup of coffee, and if you don't have a leg, you got to try to put the cup in the coffee pot and then try to slide it to your table. If the table's for try it. You'll see.
He's explaining like he has to do things different than as a normal person can do. He has to just do it a little different to help him be able to do it easier. Now, looking back at what you overcame, can you really say God had his hand on you all the way?
Yes, he did. I mean, if it was 2000, I think I would have taken a different look at my life. I would have taken it as, why God would you do this to me? Questions on, I might have just being, on the fleshly side, it would have been, I don't like this, But having God on my side, it was a different side. I mean, it was no care in the world. I knew I had God, and He was going to be there for me. A lot of people came through. I mean, there was so many blessings that I heard. Everybody was praying for me, and just it put tears on my life. I didn't know that there were so many people that cared about me out there, and God was there in the midst of all this.
Is there anything you would like to tell people who are dealing with the same thing? Any encouragement words?
People who are going through this and they're just fresh out of where you are today, a month from now you'll be different. 2 months, you'll be different. It just takes time. Just don't give up. God's got you. And He'll get you through the hardest part. Just don't give up.
Alright, and so now we're going to show you his leg.
Want me to take it off?
No, well, you don't.
No, I take it.
You want to? Okay. You can stand or you can take it off. We'll show you with it off, and then we'll show you with it on, so then you can see the difference.
Got to turn it off. It's bionic.
Okay. So
this is the leg.
This is the foot. He's held by suction, so that he doesn't move around in the leg in here. So, and we just got this new foot, so it's kind of like he's able to. It's like a real, kind of almost like a real ankle. Like he can go up and down hills and on rocks, and you know how your foot goes like this. It's just easier. Okay. I'm going to show you what it looks like on.
Let's show what the leg looks like. This is what the leg looks like. I have him.
This is his knee, and this is what they can only save that from the. It's right below his knee. This is only how much he could be able to save the doctor. He also broke
the femur.
The femur bone. He has a titanium rod in there too. In his leg part, he only has about this much front bone and just a little bit backbone like that of that leg. So they only could save as much as they could. It was that traumatic. And so he's going to show you what he looks like with it on. It's a process. This is what he looks like with it on. It's taking all the air out right now. That's what you hear. But that's what he looks like with it on. So yeah, that is my dad's story, and we hope that this was able to encourage people who are going through the same thing and just help you keep pushing through. And me and my mom and my sister will be posting another video of the family side of what we went through, to help the families who are dealing with their loved ones going through this, because it's a very, very tough, strong issue to deal with. And but I wanted you to see from his point of view what happened to him, and just to encourage you guys to not give up, and that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, right?
Right.
Because he's come a long way.
God's good.
A long way.
Him,
yeah.
can't do it.
And it comes for us too. Without God, we would not make it this far.
Yes.
So we hope this blessed you guys, and we hope you enjoyed it. So God bless you guys.